Russian dictator Vladimir Putin will be begging for a peace deal by the end of the year if US President Donald Trump cuts off Russia's oil windfall through economic sanctions. The Kremlin leader will have no choice but to run out of money. This was written by the president of the Yale Institute for U.S. Leadership, Jeffrey Sonnenfeld, on the pages of Time, commenting on the American leader's promises to introduce new sanctions against Russia if it refuses to conclude an agreement to end the war against Ukraine. According to Sonnenfeld, the owner of the White House realized that he has tools in his hands to put pressure on the Russian Federation, while Putin's Russia is on the verge of bankruptcy and complete collapse. The Putin regime, according to our research, is on track to run out of money by the end of the year, if not sooner, if tougher sanctions are imposed, the analyst notes. The author of the article emphasizes that Putin is hiding the real picture of the Russian economy. He refuses to disclose key economic indicators as required by the IMF, as Russia has done regularly in the past. These are data on foreign trade, monthly data on oil and gas production, capital inflows and outflows, financial reports of large companies, data on the central bank's monetary base, data on foreign direct investment, domestic value added by industry, as well as data on lending and the provision of loans, the expert explains. The analyst points to sky-high inflation in Russia, with even food becoming prohibitively expensive. These rapidly growing costs are being borne entirely by ordinary Russian citizens, not Putin's cronies. This pain is spreading throughout Russian society, and there is no relief in sight, the article says. The expert recalls that the key rate in the Russian Federation has reached a record high of 21%, and the ruble is weakening. The few companies that remain cannot hire workers as Putin cannibalizes the productive economy, the author added. Meanwhile, the value of Russia's sovereign wealth fund and foreign exchange reserves has been halved. These funds are being spent because the Kremlin will face a budget deficit to finance its war machine, which amounts to tens of billions, the analyst noted.
San Diego, the busiest corridor for illegal border crossings over much of the last year, has seen traffic slow dramatically. According to Associated Press, agents were making 1,500 arrests a day in April. Last week, they made less than 250 arrests a day. Instead of quickly releasing asylum seekers who turned themselves in, Border Patrol agents are spending their shifts trying to find people who want to elude capture. The Associated Press spent 6 hours with the Border Patrol and didn't encounter any migrants until the last half hour. The Border Patrol scanner was quiet for long stretches. Finally, 3 Chinese men and 1 Malaysian man made their way through a gap in the border wall and turned themselves into agents.
Follow me. Follow me.